Hi, it's Michelle Turner from Movement Lesson, and as you know, it's Heart Month, and we're talking about one of the things that affects heart, which is balance. We are so told balance is an emotional thing. Balance in our lives, the balance between home and work, and balance between the children, or balance. I think a lot of people try to go after the emotional reference versus the physical reference. We're tending to get more and more away from physical. It's both the same. You have to be able to do balance physically as well as mentally because, again, it's one and the same. If I can't balance, it's still a function of my brain talking to my vestibular, or however you want to look at it, my hurt leg, this, that, and the other, whatever it might be, it's a balance issue. And if I can't balance physically, if I'm concerned about my balance, which again is a subconscious life force, balance, breathing, and heart function are all subconscious functions that happen. I don't wake up and go, oh God, can I balance myself? However, balance is the one thing that can start to go without us knowing about it. And here are some really simple signs. It's walking. Walking is crucial, not only, quote, as exercise, but it keeps balance at a level of skill here versus here. Balance is really important to our system, and so I'm going to show you. Okay, so first of all, walking. Do you walk like this? Notice how I'm doing it forward and backwards. But notice what is key here, and I'll do it this way. I have a nice long gait. See? I have a nice long gait to and from. What this means is not that I can walk well, but I can balance. When I'm doing this, at one point during the walk, I'm actually balancing on one foot. You don't realize it. I'm not going, okay, balance on a foot, balance on a foot, balance. Now, if I was going across some rocks, I'd have to think about that function of walking. But I don't, because I have good balance. What that means, I'm still at the stage at, if I get dressed, I can put my leg in, out, my socks on, whatever. I can do things in standing. Now, do you walk like this? Now, my gait is starting to get a little shorter. Are your kids running away from you that you're not catching this? Do you seem like you're the slowest one around? What's happening is that you're actually starting to lose balance. Now, there could be other things going on. You can have back issues, whatever. This is a perfect time to look at the opportunity to be working with the movement therapist to analyze on how you're doing this before it gets chronic, because you want to change these habitual patterns. You want to be able to, so basically if I'm walking smaller like this, I can't balance on this foot anymore. You'll also start seeing that maybe going upstairs. Just to lift this foot, you might need more where you're having help and to put it on the stairs, things like that. What happens too, this typically happens from 40 on up, and then people's blood pressure starts to rise. Because when you're worried about your balance, your circulatory system starts to increase its capacity, and that's where you're starting to see. But most people, again, when they're walking like this, oh, I'm just getting old. You know, they're not looking at it like, wow, I have a balance issue. So I'm just pointing that out to you. Also now, gone are the days. You might be more here if you have to stand and put something on, or you have to sit down and do it. So now next is a shuffle. As you shuffle now, it's real key. What happens also during the shuffle is my step now no longer goes behind the pelvis. So on this. So I'm actually lifting the leg, and it's a shuffle. So there's some key things going on here. First of all, it's not walking, it's a shuffle. You're no longer walking. And what that means is I can't go forward and backwards. When I'm in this position, I can't go backwards. If I'm going to go backwards, I've got to, because I can't stand on this leg long enough to bring it back. See, my pelvis doesn't shift that way. See if I'm this way to go backwards, to step back, versus here. Now my foot's looking for it. And I've got to stay in a balanced position. So I no longer walk backwards. So in other words, my brain's no longer in neutral. So, and also in most cases to walk like that, probably didn't even notice, my back rounds. I'm going forward. So see, and I'm walking like this. If I'm upright, then I would have to have a real hip or pelvic problem to to not to be able, because I'm upright. Just going forward like that is going to change the way my pelvis, my spine, everything starts to organize itself in movement. So you're getting that shuffle. There's no way in this stage for me to put pants on. I would definitely have to sit down. So those are your stages to looking for your walking deteriorate. Get to it before you get to that. Also the shuffle, osteoporosis, all the things. Your organs are now, your heart is hanging, your organs are down here now versus up here. Your center of gravity in your torso has now changed. There are so many things that get affected just by your walking habits. So as long as you keep walking and da-da-da-da-da, maybe you can increase the speed a little bit, do it with a little movement, dancing. Dancing is walking, just more complex. You don't have to go out and do whatever, just a little line dancing. Dancing is really great for your mind and for your heart to keep those things healthy. So those are the things to look at and how you're walking and your balance. Thanks.